Today on Cptv, Cal Poly faculty question the semester conversion task force's methods.
We'll let you know if it's still going to be raining during finals week.
And the Cal Poly men's basketball team made headlines when they upset perennial basketball powerhouse UCLA. Live from Studio 300 on Cal Poly's campus, I'm Ed Zucchelli.
And I'm Olivia Bickle. You're watching Cptv. Cal Poly has a new Vice President of Student Affairs coming to campus in February.
Keith Humphrey comes to Cal Poly to run the Student Affairs Department on campus, which includes programs such as ASI, University Housing, and Student Life and Leadership. Humphrey comes to Cal Poly from the University of Arizona, where he was the Assistant Vice President of Student Affairs. He replaces interim Vice President Preston Allen, who has been in charge of the department since January.
Faculty turned out in substantial numbers for the last open meeting of the Semester Review Task Force. Over 100 members made up of faculty, staff, and students attended the meeting held Thursday in Chumash Auditorium. President Jeffrey Armstrong and Provost Kathleen Ensfinken took questions from an audience that wanted answers. Throughout the meeting, President Armstrong stressed that the decision to change Cal Poly to a semester system is not a done deal. A major concern of many faculty members is the potential increase in workload. Armstrong said how much professors would teach in a semester system would be an issue addressed if the decision to convert is made. The task force will be drafting its final recommendation about conversion Thursday. Task Force Chair Rachel Fern-Flores said the recommendation will be available to the public by December 11th.
And the Cal Poly basketball team beat UCLA on Sunday. Did you see about the game?
Yeah, I actually saw the highlights on ESPN, which was so great to see our own athletes on that big of a network.
Yeah, the basketball team, in fact, is still on a high after beating nationally ranked UCLA.
Muhammad on the weak side. Drew to pull the trigger. Three ball. Three for the win. No! All the credit in the world to the Cal Poly Mustangs. What an unlikely comeback.
The Mustangs did what seemed to be a long shot by upsetting the then 11th ranked Bruins 70-68. This was Cal Poly's first defeat of a ranked opponent since the Mustangs returned to Division I basketball 19 years ago.
That shows a lot about the character of our young men that we recruited and what a great coaching staff we have that helped put that game plan together that ultimately won the game.
The win put Poly at the top of the headlines in the sports world and on social media. Immediately after the win, Cal Poly was a trending topic on Twitter, and the game was even featured at the top of the broadcast on ESPN SportsCenter.
11th ranked UCLA getting Cal Poly on Sunday night. They do it from Poly Pavilion.
That's kind of something you grow up with as a kid. It's like, oh man, I want to be on SportsCenter. So I mean, we have a lot of older guys on the team, and you know, we were happy they were finally able to get that done.
Senior guard Dylan Royer made a career-high 6 3-pointers that led him to receive his first Big West Player of the Week honor.
I mean, I'm a shooter. I'm not much of a ball handler, passer, or rebounder type of guy. So basically, anything that I do is it's all because of my team.
Well, Mustangs continue their 2-game road trip on Saturday when they travel to Moraga to take on another perennial basketball powerhouse, St. Mary's.
Yeah, I actually have family in Moraga, so I'm hoping to go up there and visit them while also going to see the Mustangs game.
Okay, well, hopefully they get that win and continue their strong roll.
Yeah, I really hope so.
On to another state measure. Proposition 37, also known as the Genetically Modified Foods Labeling Initiative, was defeated last election with a 51% of the state voting no. Some opponents to the prop were skeptical about how effective the labeling would be and how much it would cost taxpayers. However, even some of those that oppose the bill say it is a step in the right direction towards helping consumers make the best choices when they cash out at the register.
I think the important thing with this initiative was that starts a dialogue and a conversation among food processors, agriculture, and consumers, and so we can begin to have a constructive dialogue that gets us to the point to where, you know, people do know what's in their food. But that's going to take time, and it's going to take energy, and it's going to take collaboration.
Some of the biggest opponents to the prop are well-known companies like General Mills, Campbell's Soup, and Hershey.
California businesses recently participated in the state's first ever carbon permit auction. The auction was held in compliance with Assembly Bill 32, which was passed in 2006 and aims to reduce California's greenhouse gas emissions by 2020. The bill sets a limit on the total greenhouse gas emissions limit and then allows businesses the right to pollute beyond the cap with the purchase of permits. By putting a price on carbon, we know we are beginning the process of breaking our dependence on fossil fuels. The auction raised $233 million with the sale of more than 23 million permits. Each permit allows a business to emit 1 metric ton of greenhouse gases. The money raised by these auctions in the future will possibly be given out as bi-yearly dividends to energy consumers.
From oversized rocking horses to superheroes coming to the rescue, a Cal Poly tradition lives on. Students are preparing Cal Poly's entry in the annual Pasadena Tournament of Roses Parade. The tradition of entering a float began in 1949 when the Pomona and San Luis Obispo campuses combined their resources and their Learn by Doing motto to produce a float. With what started as a $258 project, has turned into an ASI program that receives funds from both ASI and the university. This year's float will be Cal Poly's 65th entry and features penguins learning to fly.
We're also trying to go above and beyond what we've done in the past. We're trying some new things. We've done a lot. We've simplified a lot of our animations to make them look more natural, and so we're hoping that tournament really appreciates the changes we've made.
You can watch the float make its way down the parade route on New Year's morning.
Tensions in the Middle East flared 2 weeks ago when Israel and Palestine resumed fighting. Cptv reporter Brandon Jones takes a look at the student perspective of this divisive conflict.
The most recent conflict in Israel and Palestine does have one thing in common: different views on the nature of unfolding events. This disagreement starts on when this conflict began.
The Israeli missiles assassinated a leader of Hamas.
But it was a defensive mechanism because Palestine has been firing rockets into Israel for like over 10 years.
Palestine wanted to, of course, respond to this action, so they sent rockets of their own.
And the disagreement continues today after the UN granted Palestine non-member observer state status by a wide margin yesterday, a decision which gives Palestine greater access to international criminal courts as well as a step closer to full sovereignty.
No decision by the UN can break the 4,000-year-old bond between the people of Israel and the land of Israel.
All people cling to the right to defend themselves against aggression and occupation.
Today's unfortunate and counterproductive resolution places further obstacles in the path to peace.
And some students have a personal connection to the conflict.
A lot of Jewish students at Cal Poly, they have friends in the IDF, which is the Israel Defense Force, which is their army. So a lot of people have friends and family in Israel.
We have students from both sides. They have family ties, they have religious ties, they have community ties.
But all sides agree that peace should be the goal, however unlikely it might seem. Students and staff alike stress that awareness and education are the keys to enacting real change in the ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine.
The Students for Justice and Peace in the Middle East, they've been putting on documentaries talking about the whole conflict.
If each side can educate people about what's happening there, hopefully we get to a point that American people start asking the questions.
Cptv, Brandon Jones.
If students want to read more about this issue, Dr. Faruha recommends looking at different online sources like CNN and Al Jazeera. During November each year, men around the world grow mustaches for Movember. Movember is a month-long event that raises funds and awareness for men's health issues, specifically prostate and testicular cancer. Men can register at Movember.com next year to seek sponsorships for their mustache growing efforts. The Cal Poly Gender Equity Center and Recreations, Parks, and Tourism Administration students presented a closing ceremony this week for Movember. Students gathered to participate in mustache contests, cheer on their favorite competitors, and raffle for prizes.
This is the second year. I think people are really starting to figure out that this is something that's going to happen annually. And yeah, it's cool to see people kind of coming out of the woodworks to participate.
Contests included Best Mustache, Best Effort Mustache, Best Fake Mustache, and most funds raised for Movember.
A new group of students is hanging out on halfway on weekends giving out free food to partygoers. The group is called Jesus Burgers and is made up of Christian students who pass out free hamburgers. They had been passing out hamburgers in Cedar Creek since spring of 2010, but now they have a new location halfway. Jesus Burgers is completely student organized and led, but is financially supported by Slow Crew. The group started at UCSB, where they had been operating on the party streets of Isla Vista for the past 10 years.
And they're always just like, why are you guys giving us free burgers? Who does that? And so we just jump in and just go, well, this is a representation of God's gift of salvation. And yeah, it's just awesome to get to know students more.
I think I want a hamburger right now.
Bailey has
Jesus Burgers currently operate once a month to start serving bi-monthly if funds permit.
Construction of Area 52 is on its way to completion as the Cal Poly Center for Science. Even though it will be a center specifically for science courses, you don't have to be a science major to benefit from it. The building will be the second largest on campus, next to the library. It will have enough space to rival the UU and include a centennial park with great views, making it a place that every student can use. The Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics was sure to get input about Area 52 from those who will be using it most.
He has made a point of having the students come in and be part of our design team meetings.
Construction workers say the $132.5 million project is an extremely difficult one, but is still set to open fall quarter 2013. You can get more information on the project at area52calpoly.com.
Well, and coming up next on Cptv, we'll have Santa Claus. We interviewed him.
Yeah, and actually Christina Pavuzzi is out in the UU, or I think on Mont Lawn actually right now, and she's going to be giving us our weekend weather update.
Thanks, Olivia and Ed. It is very cold and windy and rainy out here, so be sure if you're heading out the door to grab your umbrella and a jacket. I'll be back right after this break with your full weekend weather update. Welcome back to Cptv. I'm Christina Pavuzzi. Let's get right to your weekend weather update. It's really rainy and windy out here. I'm outside the avenue on campus. It's just lightened up a bit with the rain, but just a few minutes ago, it was really coming down out here, and the wind has been picking up a lot. Now let's take a look at your headlines. There's a series of storm systems moving through the Central Coast, and San Luis Obispo County is expected to receive the most significant rainfall. Now we've already received over a half of an inch in our area this past week, and that total rainfall is expected to rise over this weekend. The rainfall will continue through Sunday night, but it'll ease up on Monday and Tuesday as we head into finals week. Now, in addition, with the wind and the rain is the perfect combination for a high surf advisory, so if you're heading out to the beaches, please be careful and take the necessary precautions before you head out and catch some waves. Now, let's take a look at our weather map. So you'll see that there is a series of storms moving through our area. It's heavier in Northern California right now, but it's still very present in San Luis Obispo, so be sure to grab your umbrella before you head outdoors. Now, taking a look at your 5-day forecast, today we'll have a high of 64, but with that wind, keep in mind that it'll be a little chillier, so bring a jacket. And we'll have highs in the mid to low 60s Saturday and Sunday with lows in the low 50s. And then on Monday and Tuesday, like I said, we'll dry things out a bit with a high of 70 on Monday and 73 on Tuesday. Stay dry and good luck with those finals. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Christina. It was a great report.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some sunshine later in the week because there's been a lot of rain lately here.
You know what, though? I can't study when it's sunny out, so that's going to be kind of cloudy this weekend when I need to study.
It is nice that it's going to be cozy weather. I'm going to get some hot chocolate and hopefully get a lot of studying done.
All right, well, coming up next on Cptv,
we'll take a look at some of the holiday products Cal Poly has for sale.
And we'll tell you where you can give your wish list to Santa Claus.
Well, it's a season of giving.
And Cal Poly students don't have to go far to do their holiday shopping. Gifts for your family and friends can be found across campus. Now, the Poly Plant Shop features the 12 Days of Succulents. These plant arrangements are featured daily on the shop's website and the Facebook page. All arrangements can be purchased in the shop located by the Cal Poly Equine Center. The shop is also hosting their Winter Wonderland open house, which showcases their holiday plants tomorrow and today from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. The Cal Poly Creamery also has gifts for food lovers. The creamery produces the cheese that goes into our 4 different holiday packages. The gift packages can be ordered from the calpolycheese.com and is shipped to your desired location. The creamery also produces eggnog, which can be purchased at Campus Market and Village Market.
Well, there's only 25 days left before Christmas. I can't believe it. And that means Santa is a very busy man. Although he's making a list and checking it twice, you can go tell him what you want for Christmas at his house in downtown in Mission Plaza. On his first day in San Luis Obispo, the Friday morning after Thanksgiving, Santa visited with 263 kids. Santa will be in Mission Plaza until noon on Christmas Eve, which is cutting it close to his annual flight.
My reindeer are out by Creston. They're out at a ranch by Creston, and they're having their buddy Scotch oatmeal cookies for dinner.
Every child who visits with Santa will get a candy cane, a toy, and a coloring book, all at no charge. You can also get your picture taken with the man in red for $5 with your own camera, or for $7.50 for a souvenir framed photo taken by his elves. After your visit with Santa, you can ride the carousel that will also be in Mission Plaza starting this Monday and running through December 24th. You can find Santa's hours as well as the carousel's hours at downtownslow.com, or you can call 541-0286.
Something Santa knows a lot about is the season of giving. Our reporter Kelly McDonald has the latest on how you can give back to your community this holiday season.
This holiday season, Cal Poly students are giving to those in need. Student Community Services is doing a gift drive for underprivileged children. Students can pick up a tag in the UU, room 217. The tag has a child's name and gift wish on it. After picking up the tag, you buy a gift for $15 or less and bring it in wrapped. The last day for the gift drive is December 7th, which is the Friday of finals week.
Cal Poly students should get involved with the gift drive because it's a good way to give back to the community and to those that don't have a lot to look forward to on Christmas or their whatever holiday they celebrate.
This holiday season, you can celebrate life by giving blood. The United Blood Services is holding their 26th annual Gift of Life blood drive. From Christmas to New Year's, you can give blood and receive a certificate for a free lunch from F. McClintock Saloon. The blood banks are located on Broad Street in San Luis Obispo and on South Broadway in Santa Maria.
We're always in need of blood, and particularly during the holidays.
Students can also participate in Hope for the Holidays, which is a food drive. Students can bring canned food and other non-perishable food items. Tubs are located around campus. There's one in the UU and one outside the journalism office. Cptv, Kelly McDonald.
For more information on getting involved in San Luis Obispo, visit the Student Community Services office in the UU room 217.
The destination of the Ski Club's much-anticipated big trip has been revealed. Ski Club is going to Whistler, British Columbia, where they will be spending 5 days and 4 nights on the #1 rated ski and snowboard mountain in North America. 120 Cal Poly and Cuesta students will endure the 24-hour bus ride up to Canada, where they are promised booze, boarding, and bonding. Club President Brian Nathan describes what the trip is all about.
Just networking, having a great time, and meeting a lot of different types of people.
Registration for the big trip to Whistler is now closed, but if you missed the deadline, there are a variety of smaller trips that you can sign up for. You can find a link to the Ski Club's website for more information on mustangdaily.net/CPTV. Make sure to click on story links.
Well, coming up next on CPTV, we'll have reaction of sports and Dylan Royer, who got Player of the Week.
And find out how our football team is ready for their first playoff game. Welcome back to CPTV. We have our sports reporter Lauren Bennett here in the studio with us.
Yeah, so Lauren, football is doing really well. They're going to the playoffs. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, we still have a lot of football going on and a lot with cross country. This week, the number 12 Cal Poly football team has been preparing for their first playoff game against number 5 Sam Houston State. The Mustangs, who clinched the NCAA Division I championship, will compete on Saturday afternoon. Sam Houston State was the 2011 national runner-up and lost their 7-game winning streak by Texas A&M. Mustangs senior cornerback Nico Milano is 23rd in the nation with 4 interceptions. Slotback Deontay Williams is number 7 in the FCS in rushing, averaging 132 yards per game. The 2 seniors will help lead the Mustangs in Saturday's game in Huntsville, Texas. You can support your Mustangs by watching the game on ESPN 3 at 1 p.m. Cal Poly's cross-country runner Laura Hollander was named to the U.S. Track and Field and Cross-Country All-American team. Hollander earned this award after running the 6K course in Kentucky with the top 10 time of 19 minutes 43 seconds. The true freshman has had an outstanding season, setting 3 course records, claimed 4 individual titles, and 3 Big West Women's Athlete of the Week honors. Men's basketball senior guard Dylan Royer is your Athlete of the Week. Royer matched a career high with 18 points during the huge upset at UCLA last Sunday. Royer hit a collegiate best 6 3-pointers during the game. During the last 2 games, Royer led Cal Poly with 15 points per game, shot 50% from the three-point line, and failed to commit a turnover in 58 minutes of action.
Personally, it's been a lot of hard work and everything's paid off. I think our guys have done a tremendous job at buying into what we're going for, and everything seems to be working out positively.
Earned the Lou Hinton National Player of the Week award.
Well, you know, Dylan Royer is awesome. He's a local guy, gone up through the ranks, and here he is in the big time.
Yeah, it's great to see. Well, coming up next on Cptv, Take It Slow is adding music to your holiday season.
And Cal Poly Music Ensemble are bringing their melodies to the Performing Arts Center this weekend. Well, welcome back to Cptv.
We have Joseph Corral joining us in the studio today for your Pollywood Minute.
All right, thanks guys. We have some good holiday shows to kind of spice up your season. Well, Friday, December 7th is the 37th annual Christmas Parade. Starting on Palm and Choro, the parade will have 100 floats, marching bands, performers, carolers, and even animal groups. The parade will march past the Mission, down Higuera, and end on the block of Monterey and New Pomo. The San Luis Obispo Downtown Association encourages spectators to arrive early to get a viewing location. Blankets and chairs are also encouraged to be brought. Take It Slow, an a cappella ensemble, will have a winter show this Sunday. Take It Slow will perform 13 songs. Some of the holiday songs were requested by fans on their Facebook page. In addition to spreading holiday cheers with music, they plan on performing new tracks and some old favorites. Take It Slow's newest recorded album, Slow-Fistication, can be found on iTunes and will be sold at their show alongside their holiday EP, Let It Slow. There will be 2 shows on Sunday, one show at 2 p.m. and again at 7 p.m., both in the Music Building, room 218. Admission is $5. The music department is offering some options for entertainment this weekend. Tonight in Spanos Theater, the University Jazz Band will perform. The show will be a mix of traditional, hip-hop, and world music. Tickets range from $9 to $12. On Saturday night in the PAC, Cal Poly choirs will perform a Christmas celebration. The show will feature Christmas carols and faculty artist Gabriela Castriata. Tickets range from $8 to $14. Both shows start at 8 p.m.
All right, well, it sounds like there's a lot of really great events coming up.
Yeah, can't wait for Christmas too. That's coming up, so that's going to do it for us here at Cptv. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next quarter.
Have a great holiday season.